Alright, let's try this again. Fourth time. Today I'm going to talk to you about marriage. Marriage to me is very, very important. I know a lot of people don't value marriage, but I value marriage. I value marriage. I value commitment. I value relationships. I value that stuff. And you got to understand, a lot of you all are in marriages that have ended years ago. And I usually don't talk about this stuff, man, but it's time to talk about it. Because a lot of y'all are wasting time. Sometimes in a marriage, man, you grow apart. And when you start to grow apart, you don't do anything to... It's either one or the other. Either the other person doesn't do anything to connect to the other person, or the other person don't connect to the other person, or they just say forget it and start living self-centered, and pretty much before you know it, both of y'all are on two different levels, in two different atmospheres, in two different galaxies, trying to go one way. And it just don't work like that. And you have to get to the point, if you try to keep on holding on in those kind of toxic traits, and I will tell you this, you can be toxic, they can be toxic, it doesn't matter. It's just a lot of toxic stuff going on, and it's not good for either one of y'all. So I say this to say this, to make the statement is this: it's not always good to stay together, just to be together. For the kids, for your mom, for your dad, for your family members. A lot of key issues is one or the other loses respect for the other, and they start to be self-centered. And this is where you get the unevenness, the lack of the living on one level, the other on another level, going in a different direction, while the other one's going in the opposite direction, struggling just to try to find a common ground. And then when you go through all that, you get all the lies, you get all the deceitfulness, man, you get everything. It's almost like a package deal, man, when it finally is unwrapped and given to you. So, man, I say this to tell y'all this, man. If you're in a relationship as I just described, man, look, it's not going to get better, man, unless both parties are willing to work to get it together. There are, despite what people say, a lot of broken, successful marriages. But it took a lot of work, and it took a lot of time. You see what I'm saying? And it took a lot of transparency. If you're with somebody, man, that's just not ready to do all that to save the marriage or anything like that, man, you need to move on. It's bottom line, man. It's just time to go. Because what's going to happen is you're going to hold on to something, and it's going to feel like you're pulling it. And there's always issues. And you're always trying to get the other person to do the right thing, to go the right direction, to be honest, to blah, 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 blah. I mean, just the common stuff that you had in the beginning. And like I said, it could be a marriage or a friendship. I'm telling you, it's the same principles. Or it could be a related family member. Relationships, they could be anything. But these are the common things that destroy relationships, marriages, partnerships, whatever you want to call it. And the problem is, man, it'll get so bad that you'll wake up one day and it feels like you won't even know who you are. You don't know the other person. You don't know who you are. You don't know where you're going. You just know you've been fighting, man. You've been fighting so much that you used to know your enemy. Now you don't even know your enemy because you fought so much. You fight all the time. You get no peace, no rest. And let me tell you, man, that's not a relationship. That's not a marriage. That's not a partnership. That's not a friendship. That's not respecting your other family member. When you have to go through those things and somebody's putting you through those things, man, hey, it's not love. And that's what you need to realize, man. Let me tell you about love. Love overcomes your self-centeredness. Love pushes through all the doubt. Love gives without expecting back. Love covers all, biblically it says love covers all multitudes of sin. And the thing is, man, if you really love somebody, if you really, really love somebody, then you need to love them enough just to be honest. There's no sense of wasting time, man. You'll look up, man, realize you wasted almost 20 years, 40 years with somebody, man, that really didn't even want to have nothing to do with you, was only being with you out of pure convenience, whether it be money as far as convenience, whether it be sex as far as convenience, whether it just be a company as far as convenience. Man, there's a lot of conveniences that people stick with somebody. So man, today, man, I just want you to realize that you wake up, man, just realize, man, that you have value, that you're not dead yet. You still got life in you, man. You need to stand up, man, and start getting on firm foundation, man. Start building your foundation again, man. Start looking at everything and start working through stuff. Sometimes, man, people take a lot of your time out of your life because they don't want to get things right, because they don't want to face the truth. And when you have family members like that, when you have, loved ones, when you have, just in general, man, when you deal with people like that, man, you need to go ahead and just call it a day. Separate yourself. And let me tell you something. If they truly loved you, if that family member truly loved you, if that husband truly loved you, if that wife truly loved you, if that boyfriend, girlfriend truly loved you, they would admit where they're at and be able to come to some kind of conclusion, some kind of agreement. So man, today, man, I just ask you to stay in prayer, get back focused, get on to your foundational principles, hit your goals, know that life isn't over yet. Hey man, you just fell down, no big deal. Get back up and let's start walking, and daggone it, we can start walking together. So y'all be blessed, man. I hope this helps somebody. Man, stay focused. Just stay focused. All right, I'm out.